Hey guys, and welcome. Now, today I'm going to be rating Skyblock's best players, and by that I mean their highest Skyblock levels. So, there are some absolutely maxed out people here. I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to go through and see what they're missing and how much time it's going to take, what items they have, what cool equipment they have, and what the hardest task is that everybody is trying to complete. Without further ado, let's get into it. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and some more further ados. Okay, so first up we have Worthy, and if we come on here, they actually have their API turned off, but it shouldn't really matter because we're only looking at most of their stats, so armor and equipment shouldn't really matter, and also they're only 10th place, so there's plenty of other people to look at. But coming in here, very impressive stats here. They have almost 1 billion overflow mining XP. They have 3 billion overflow combat XP, and everything you would imagine, right? Every single thing is maxed. All level 100 pets. I know this is technically a level 1, but the upgrade is right here, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Come through here, 20 million powder. Catacombs, all maxed. These are all maxed. I mean, you come through here, you'd assume that they have... Okay, entrance floor doesn't matter. Well, you would assume they would have 1,000 completions. But I don't know if that gives Skyblock XP, so... moving on. Yeah, I don't think it actually gives Skyblock XP when you level up one of those collections. I think it's only the other collections. But yeah, every single thing here is just maxed. S rank, S, and everything. Yeah, okay. I mean, that is a lot of ghosts. That is almost 1 million ghost kills. Clearly a very, very, very impressive profile. I mean... what else is there to show? Everything is maxed. Now you're probably wondering, why aren't they first place if they have everything maxed? Well, if we come onto my Discord server and we check their Skyblock stats, they're actually missing rabbit collections. They are missing 70 XP from rabbits. That is the only thing that they are missing from being number 1 in Skyblock XP. And we're gonna be doing this for everyone. So obviously because their profile is basically you can't really see what items and stuff they have. We're not going to spend too much time on this profile specifically, but we're going to go through the other profiles as well and see what they are missing. And yeah, maybe something will be interesting. Maybe one of them will be missing something really simple. However, I really doubt that. And it's probably going to be a similar trend with them missing some very, very hard ones. Okay, so next up we have I'm Tony. He is a little bit better, only by a couple of XP. As you'll see, they're all still the same Skyblock level. It is very, very indifferent between them. However, this did make me realize that social levels don't actually give Skyblock XP, so it's not actually that important. So seeing someone with social 25 is more of just a flex than anything, so it's kind of impressive. Now, as you can see, once again, 3 billion combat XP. You have to do a lot of combat to be doing your bestiary, so it would make a lot of sense. The mining is very similar as well, actually. And obviously, they're all going to have billions upon billions of taming XP, because obviously you're doing every single other thing in the game. But I feel like it's really impressive that he has 13 million rune crafting XP. And to explain this, you guys know how slow it is to get rune crafting XP, right? The scaling is way worse than something like mining. So to get 13 million is just incredibly impressive. Now coming through here, I would assume he has, yeah, just absolutely maxed gear. If you are looking and wondering what is the best gear in the game, these are the kind of profiles you would want to look at. The richest players aren't as useful because they obviously just have a bunch of skins and stuff, but these guys, they actually play the game. So yeah, coming through here, even though it's not maxed, I mean, it's pretty impressive considering... You gotta back me up here, there's gotta be another set. This can't be your only Aurora set, no. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that, we're gonna pretend. I'm sure some of the profiles in the future are gonna have way, way better stuff, but looking at Recombobulated, he's missing 4. Now I'm going to assume there's a reason for that. Maybe, actually no, he has that Recombobulated. What is he missing? This might be bugged, I'm not sure. I feel like I'd imagine, he's missing 4. Okay, so it's probably impossible to get. There's probably nobody who has those or something. If we check missing, he's missing the... See, I just doubt he's missing the Talisman of Power. That's just me. I just don't think that's true. And then obviously the chocolate slabs are probably, yeah, it's just bugged. It just doesn't detect that these are the same. But yeah, I was hoping that he would have all of them because, I just assumed that. I just realized now that it actually has a unique pets thing here, like for the pet skins. So you can actually see how many of the skins they have collected, and that's really, really cool. That's also a very impressive amount of pet skins collected. I would like to see how many I have. It's probably like 5. But yeah, very, very impressive. And as you can see, they're doing this. I feel like we can assume what they're missing. They're probably missing the eggs as well, because they are just going through here grinding this up. Yeah, as you can see, very impressive. All the, let's see, what's his highest? Okay, he has like 2 million of each, 200 million of each, which would make sense because he's probably going for the max garden and all that kind of stuff. So it would be understandable. Now we come through here. As you can see, he also doesn't have 1,000 of each of these completed, so that also doesn't give Skyblock XP. It's once again just probably like a very big flex to have. But yeah, everything you would assume down here, everything's just maxed out. Not as impressive though. He only has about half as many, ghost kills, which I really think is the most important thing in the game. His highest damage ever is 5 billion, which is kind of crazy. And he has disabled night vision and burning. Wow, really interesting. He's earned a lot of coins though, a lot more than the other person had. But yeah, I mean, coming through here, let's see, what would he have in his storage? What would one of the best players in Skyblock have? Oh, pet skins, molten powder. Yeah, so just like a lot of very overpowered items. Oh, just casually a bunch of Archfiend dice. I personally think he should roll all of these. I think it's a great way to make some money, but that's just me. And then here's his obviously little collection of items, like some cool ones he's collected over the time. But yeah, I mean, very impressive profile. This is probably what I would imagine. I'm assuming I want to see their vaults and stuff, because there's probably going to be some pretty cool things in here that they've collected over their years upon years of playing. This one isn't as cool, but I could see why you would collect these. They could be cool in the future. If it gives 10,000 XP of any skill, there could be some potential in the future for that. But yeah, this is pretty much, yeah, it's 9th place, a very, very impressive profile. He's got just every item in the game you could imagine. I don't know what else you would think could be here, but yeah, let's move on to the next one. And if you guys are wondering, he is obviously missing the same thing. He's missing chocolate rabbits, except he has 10 more XP in there, which is putting him up by 10 experience. Okay, so next up we have Felong, and I would like to start by apologizing, because I was looking through and I was like, oh, they don't even have 1,000 of the boss collections. I was wrong. Obviously, they probably have master mode completions, which put them over, because if you do check in here, you do get Skyblock experience for completing a boss collection. Now, that's why it's kind of weird, because if we come in here, according to the, data, apparently this guy is missing a lot of his boss completions. Which is kind of weird, because if we, come in here and we run the command again, let's see where he's getting his experience from. Oh, name, Felong. Well, he somehow has additional dungeon tasks. I mean, if we come in here, he's somehow, overdone his class leveling to get an additional 92 experience. I don't know how he's done this, but, it's kind of weird and pretty impressive. Not sure if it's a bug or if it's actually something he's done, but either way, it's kind of cool. And then if we come into event tasks, he's actually got the same amount of experience as the previous person. But if we come into the leaderboard, you'll see that he actually has 5 additional XP, which I would assume is coming from, him having that extra dungeon XP. But anyway, moving on here. I don't want to make any false claims anymore, so I'm going to try and keep it to the facts. But yeah, 81 billion coin net worth, very, very high. Come in here, obviously just, insane armor. Kind of weird that he doesn't have, oh. Yeah, so the skeleton master chestplate meta is one I've seen a lot of people using. And it's really weird, because I haven't heard any people talking about it a lot on YouTube and stuff, but I just see a lot of the best dungeon players casually running a, hyper maxed skeleton master chestplate, so there must be something there that just they're hiding from the main community, and maybe we want to investigate a bit. Now, one thing that's very, very impressive is that he's only been on Skyblock for 2 years, and he's the 8th best player. So very impressive job, very, very impressive, and it's probably why he's really tried to speedrun hypermaxing Skyblock, hence why he doesn't have as much mining XP or as much combat XP. But yeah, coming in here, I mean, this is just like, all his Hyperion isn't even max. Oh wait, okay, he does have a max Hyperion. I was a little bit scared there. I was like, why does he only have, you know, like looting 4 and you know, that kind of thing. But coming down here, everything's max. Same thing as before, where it's just like bugging out. He actually does have all the accessories, I would hope at least. Here, see, I would hope he has all the pets. Like, I would just hope that he's getting all the experience from his pets. So maybe he sold them, maybe he, you know, took them out of his inventory. I'm not really sure, but he's getting all the experience from it, and that's all that I know. So yeah, coming down here, he's kind of got to like, I'm assuming he's running Kudra right now, but I'd also assume he's running dungeons based off his armor. I'm not really sure. Well, I don't know if a Ragnarok axe is really that helpful in dungeons, but actually no, it probably is. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's been a long time since I've been a very good Skyblock player, so please don't mind that. But yeah, coming in here, he's got a bunch of additional XP. I'm not sure what it's from, but I'd assume it's from the fact that he's, you know, Catacombs level 76 is probably giving him a little bonus over the other people. The highest level we've seen so far was like 56, and this guy's got like a lot more experience than that. A lot more experience than that. But yeah, coming in here, a lot of these haven't, a couple of these haven't been completed, which is, you know, he's probably missing out on a decent amount of XP, but you know, I haven't put in the effort to grind up this high in the game, so maybe he hasn't finished grinding, or maybe something's bugging out. I'd assume that if there was some easy XP, he wouldn't just be like ignoring it, because that'd be pretty stupid. But yeah, coming in here, Hypermax, what would you assume? Everything here. His highest critical damage is a very casual 101 billion. Yeah. I don't even want to know how he did this much damage, but I'd assume it's very, very impressive. He also hasn't maxed out his like Elizabeth shop, which is kind of weird, because I feel like if you're trying to max out the whole game, you'd probably go for this kind of thing. But I'd assume these are the ones you have to pay for, and he probably wants to like not spend real life money on increasing his island size, so completely understandable. Yeah, I mean, this is different because he clearly does a lot more dungeons than the other people, so his like top kills are very, very different. These Wither Miners and stuff are obviously from the M7 boss fight, but yeah, pretty simple, exactly what you would expect. And a little bit of weird stuff going on there with the Skyblock XP there. So maybe some other people in the future are gonna have like bonus XP, because I just want to say this: there are a few pets that have only exist in like 2 or 3 kinds. So people who have like the bingo pet and stuff are probably gaining a little bit extra XP, and they're probably gonna be above the limit. So we're gonna see some really cool things in the future. So stick around for the rest of the video. But yeah, I mean, if I was rating profiles, probably rate this a 10 out of 10. I feel like you could assume why. But yeah, really impressive profile, and good to talk about some weird things. Okay, so next up we have Huteo, and some of you may recognize them from the net worth video. But once again, we have a profile where there's a little bit of weird things going on with the Skyblock XP. As you can see, they're currently in 7th place, but they're missing some core task XP. If we come in here and try and figure out what they're missing, then the bot's gonna time out, so we're gonna have to type the command in again. Brilliant. But yeah, check on the Skyblock level, and we go into core tasks. Museum is currently mugged. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, accessory bag. They've got a little bit of bonus experience here. They're missing some pet score, and they're missing some collections. So let's get in here. First of all, pets, they're missing 3, and everything does look to be max level. They're just missing the new ones. When was the last time Huteo logged on to Skyblock? That's my question. Okay, well they do have it. Okay, they have Harder Mountain 10. Never mind. Ignore that. But yeah, so they're apparently missing some pets, which is kind of weird because it says they're only missing 3, but then there's 6 here. I don't know. There's probably some bugs with the Hypixel API, as it said before, But yeah, very, very rich, by the way. That is probably one of the more impressive things about this profile is how high level he is, plus how much money he has. So yeah, coming in here, it says there's some collections missing. Is that true? Sand. Really? Sand collection is the thing you're missing? The thing that you basically use to, like, unlock the mining areas is what... I mean, I believe it. It's just, this is such a weird thing to be missing. I feel like he's probably left this on purpose so that, like, once he, like, maxes out the level, you know, he can just claim it. But, yeah, I mean, it does kind of get overbalanced by the fact that he has additional accessories. Oh, let's just come in and, what has he got additional of? No idea. I genuinely have no clue. I couldn't tell you what half of these accessories are, because I have, like, 400 magic power. But, yeah, maybe it's the chocolate stick stacking or something. I'm not really sure. It could be that. It could be something else. He could have, like, the Eternal Crystal, which is the one where they combined, like, a very, very rare, basically one of one accessory. I'm not sure. But ignoring that, yeah. Coming in here, he has still got, you know, a few slaying tasks that he's missing, a few story tasks that he's missing, so... Yeah, honestly, he could probably be number one if he just, you know, fixed up some of those things, but I'd assume, obviously, once again, there's probably a reason for it. Now, I'm not going to go through all of his insane items, because I've already done this in the episode where I go over the 10 richest players in the game, so if you want to check that out, watch it after this video, because it's going to be pretty entertaining. I mean, look how many Dark Claymores this guy has, and he's only, like, the 4th richest player, so there's still 3 people with a ton more money than this. But, yeah. Impressive profile, weird Skyblock XP things, and let's get to the next guy. Okay, so next up we have Rockstar, and once again, they have their API turned off, which is kind of weird. I don't know why. I feel like if you're like one of the best players in the game, you want to just be flexing. Like, I would just have like random stuff like drawn in my inventory. I would just start buying like a bunch of like emeralds or something just to like inflate the price, and then tell everybody like, oh my god, emeralds are going to be the new investment that everyone has to buy, and then just like, you know, sell it and make a ton of money. But you know, each of their own, I suppose. 5. Okay, look at this Slayer XP though. 65 million. Probably not the most impressive, only because, you know, you used to be able to just one tap them and like use the derpy glitch to get like millions of XP per hour. But 6 million Blaze XP, 100 million Spider, 3 million. Honestly, the Wolf one makes sense. Wolf Slayer is absolutely horrendous. But if we come into here, once again, he has a very similar XP to Hypixel, 0.2 away. But there's a lot more balance here, as you can see. Hypixel had a lot of things missing, and he only has, you know, one thing missing, which is the event tasks. So, you know, it does kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit weird how some people can have a few additional items that increase their XP by so much that it doesn't even matter that they, you know, these guys have everything completed and these guys don't even have it. I don't know the drama going on with, you know, Skyblock experience, but yeah, anyway, 6th place, coming in here, his API is turned off, so there's not a lot to talk about. He just, I don't know, I couldn't tell you if he's like the richest player in the game, if he's the poorest player, if he's just a random guy who likes playing Skyblock. I don't know, because his API is turned off, but yeah, a very more streamlined profile compared to the Hypixel one that we just went on. So yeah, he doesn't even have this unlocked. As you can see, he is just absolutely sweating out Skyblock because he hasn't even unlocked these things, because that would just be a waste of his time. Okay, so this is probably gonna be like the quickest one of all time, but pretty much he just doesn't have his API turned on for like anything, which is really, really weird. Like, what are you guys hiding? Like, what are the elite Skyblock players hiding from us, like, normal random players that is so important that we just can't see it? Like, why is your skill API turned off? I could imagine that you're just maxed in everything, but like, why are you hiding that from me? But yeah, I mean, coming through here, as you would assume, everything maxed. We're just gonna skip to number 4 because there is like nothing to talk about here. Okay, so next up we have West Best. Once again, the same Skyblock level, 457. He's got a 72 bill net worth. It's kind of weird how like the higher we go up on this list, the less money they have. But anyway, as you would assume, magic. Ooh, not a max setup. Okay, it doesn't really matter. He's still got like 4 times more money than me. But yeah, as you would assume, not hypermax gear. is the thing. But it doesn't really matter because he's probably not playing to be the richest player in the game. And he actually has, mana pool, mana regen with Aurora, which I haven't seen on a lot of people, even though I would expect that it's probably one of the best endgame sets. So, actually impressive that he has that. He's got a recombobulated leaflet unit. I don't know what's going on. And he has null boots. They're not actually that rare, but it's kind of impressive and kind of cool. He has a decently placed Kudra helmet. That's about it. Yeah, lifeline, mana pool. But coming in here, I would assume there's something going on here, because like, there's no way he's missing a flying fish, mushroom cow, and a squid pet. Like, those just aren't hard to get, so I'm not really sure what that is all about. Once again, he's also missing. Yeah, it just seems to be those 3 pets are pretty much it. Probably, yeah, there's probably a reason they're not on his profile. But yeah, coming through here, everything is maxed. His damage isn't as impressive as the guy that did, 100 billion, but still pretty impressive. Coming into his storage, he has, it just seems like, okay, the average person's storage with some, incredibly rare items and stuff. Let's see in here. Okay, I was hoping these were all going to be like diamonds, but he has them in order. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know what to show. I feel like we've showed most of the max things. There's probably some impressive things I'm missing. I'm very sorry, but I can't check every single item on the profile just to see if he has something special. Like, this isn't like the time I accidentally called the 3 scroll with a scroll a random scroll. My apologies, Swavey. I didn't realize there was a 1 of 1 hyper rare item you got given from an admin. But yeah, I mean, coming through here, just like apply some flux casually, just sitting next to some, I thought that was some wheat, but a star for the volcano. Just some, just casually got like 500 million coins lying around as you do. But yeah, I mean, pretty, I don't want to say ordinary because that's like really offensive, but I can't see anything that's super outrageous here, so it does just look like somebody who's trying to max out Skyblock. Very impressive, and his skills are not as high as a lot of the other people we've seen either, so that's just something to note. Okay, so next up we have, I'm not even gonna, Nem Quinja. Okay, they have their API disabled as well. I'm actually kind of scared that the #1 player is gonna have their API disabled, so hopefully, they don't, because that would kind of make an anticlimactic video. So yeah, very impressive, very good job, but your API is turned off, so I can't really do anything about it. So let's get on to number 2. Okay, so next up we have Emma, and something has stuck out to me very, very clearly, and that is that the current Skyblock XP race is literally just to max out the chocolates, basically, because everybody is just like very, very close to each other. They are currently 40 away, putting them in 2nd place, but everything else is basically maxed. There is like a little bit of a slaying task they're missing, but I mean, it's boss collection. They probably have to do like 1 million floor 3s or something, so I could see why they would skip that. But yeah, coming in here, a good profile. What do I say? Only growth 5 prot 5, very disappointing. Should be growth 7 prot 7. What if you get attacked by like a sludge while you're farming or mining? Yeah, I bet you didn't think about that. Reaper armor, probably for the things you need Reaper armor for. 2 sets of storm. One is, one got refrigerate on the chestplate. I hate refrigerate so much. Yeah, refrigerate hater here. 0 out of 10. But yeah, clearly got just a setup for LCM and RCM. Actually good gear. Once again, these are the kind of profiles you want to look at if you're thinking, oh, what setup should I be trying to grind for? What are the best enchants? All those kinds of things, because they're pretty good at the game, considering they have, a completely hypermax Hyperion, 2 Terminators, max Dark Claymore, a 110 billion coin net worth. But yeah, coming in here, all the pets, yeah. A very disappointing amount of farming tools. I was hoping for like, I liked looking at the people and seeing that they all had like 200 million because they just like maxed out farming in the garden and then quit because farming in the garden sucks. But yeah, everything else here. If we come over to, do the collections have boss collections in here? It does. So I'm not sure where people are missing the XP from. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not sure if maybe it's Kudra. Nope. Okay. Might be bugged, to be honest. But, yeah, honestly, coming through here, let's check some things. Their highest damage is only 7 billion. So, you know, the guy with... Okay. 30 billion. This is also a very low amount of coins spent as well. I just want to put that out there. I know they have, you know, 1 billion coins worth of fees, an entire Hyperion worth right there, but, I was imagining that some of the best players in the game would be like buying some very, very overpowered items. So I'd feel like they have a little bit more than like only, you know, 20 billion coins spent. But maybe they got donated, maybe they grinded them up themselves, or maybe I'm just overestimating how much money it actually costs to max out Skyblock. But yeah, very, very impressive. I feel like I'm kind of skipping over it, but I will do like a recap of every single thing once I get to the #1 player. But yeah, very impressive, very good job, and good luck with your egg hunt. Okay. And in first place, we have Jender, and I was here, you know, I was ready to say they are the official winner of the, you know, the rabbit collection race. But if we jump on here, they actually have less of the mythical rabbit collection than somebody like Emma did, and so a lot of the other players actually. So they're clearly getting some additional Skyblock XP from somewhere, and that is our task today, to figure that out. Once again, they have the same amount of accessories as everybody else, so it's not like they have one of the special rare ones, coming in here. This all looks normal. I say that, but I don't want to miss out on like a bingo pet or something. That is a hound, okay. So they're getting some additional Skyblock XP from some place, and it's just like I'm not sure where. I'm gonna be honest, not really sure. Maybe we'll find it. But yeah, let's just look through the profile, go through here. Okay, very impressive. Not as great as some of the other people we've seen, but somehow they have this XP, and we have to figure out where it's from. It is not from their skills. I don't see how armor would affect that in any way, but them having a 33rd edition space helmet, repeating number, 2-digit, their own name, and a doctor helmet, very, very valuable to them specifically, but also just in general. And then 2 other 2 digits, that's really definitely worth more than the 2 billion coins that are on there. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine where they're getting this XP from. That's just the thing. Yeah, okay, going through here, I mean, if somebody could leave a comment, I will pin the comment if they can tell me how they gained this additional XP. At least, no, they're just, where's the Modcraft cake soul? Come on, everybody knows that is the rarest one, because I'm gonna get YouTube rank soon, and you won't be able to get my, you know, my cake soul without the, you know, with just YouTube rank on it, so, or without the YouTube rank, so keep that in mind. But yeah, coming through here, I don't want to skip over anything because I do tend to just be like, oh yeah, just casually got this, and it's just like the rarest item in the game, so probably should stop doing that, even though it is, I find it a little bit funny to like be completely ignorant of some of the like coolest items in the game. But 200 mil, 200 mil, 200 mil, not 200 mil, 36 mil, 200, 300, 100, 100, yeah. This is what I want to see. I want to see people's like collections of how many like, you know, contests they've attended. I want to see how many crops they've farmed over their lifetime. That's cool. I want to see the you know, almost 100,000 expertise on here. That's impressive. That's the kind of cool things that I want to see. Now, I'd hope that somebody like this would have a very, very cool, you know, like vault or something with some like rare items they've collected over the years. A null map isn't the rarest item I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to be honest there. A toy. Cool. But yeah, coming through here, respectfully, not the coolest items I've ever seen. Yeah. Like, why do we have... Guys, everybody right now, I want you to invest in Wise Dragon Armor, because clearly this is the best investment in the game. I mean, why would he have so many of them if they're not going to go up in value? Yeah, spring boots, that's cool. You guys know I actually have the 3rd place spring boots, just to bring that up casually. I actually grinded out bingo very, very hard. But yeah, as you can see, they're pretty min-max in terms of the slayers as well. You are not going to see any like 6 million Blaze XP here, because that would be time that they're losing when they could be, you know, farming up ghasts in the in the nether. But yeah, very impressive profile. Honestly, tilted honey. Anyway, yeah, I just realized some of these guys are probably in co-ops as well, which might make a difference in terms of like how easy it was to grind up. So if any of these guys are solo profiles, then that is by far more impressive than somebody who has like a little bit of help with collections and stuff. I want to be honest, collections aren't the hardest thing ever, but you know, it would help a lot to have a little bit of like, you know, support when it comes to maxing out some of the annoying ones. Okay, maybe I just don't want to do my collections, okay guys? Maybe I just don't want to increase my Skyblock XP because none of these actually look that hard. But yeah, very impressive profile. Oh. So this is probably how you could do it. Okay. So I don't think Pigment Bestiary exists anymore. Tell me if I'm wrong. But if anybody had a very high Bestiary and Pigment before the Crimson Isles came out, that would be Skyblock XP that you can't get back. Same with some like museum things and other items that have been removed, so there are some ways to get like, you know, XP that you can't get back, so that is probably some of the places where people find it. That's my best guess. But yeah, this is the best player in Skyblock. We have come a long way from death streaks. I don't think we've come that far of a distance, but yeah. Very impressive profile. Best of luck. I want to see the grind. I want to see the race when like forging update comes out and everybody tries to hypermax that as quickly as possible to become the #1 player. But yeah, without further ado, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like down below, subscribe. I'm giving a Hyper Hero on away once again at 30,000 subscribers, so go check out that video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.